What's up, everybody? This is your boy Food Junkie. Hope everyone's having a good weekend thus far. Hope everyone's having a great week, and I hope everyone had a great week also. What's up, the human element, baby? How you doing, sweetheart? Everyone else is in the chat, y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? Please like hit that like button. I'm just have a little conversation this afternoon, evening, on this Saturday afternoon, evening. That's how the title. What I've noticed, my gay conversation. I think I'm gonna change that to the gay conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of shit going on these YouTube streets, and I'm really not really caring about a lot of it. I really don't, because it really isn't important to me. Um, while maybe entertaining at times, I'm not really entertained by it at this present moment. But what I am going to talk about with you guys is the gay element in this sector of the YouTube streets. And if anyone wants to join me, just let me know if you want to have a conversation with me or ask me any questions, things like that, or just ask it in the chat. It is what it is. But what I've noticed based on the movement of the gay element, the gay male element, I should say, because I can't speak out the gay female element, but the gay male element in this sector is there's a lot of insecurities out there. What's up, Rain? How you doing, baby? A lot of insecurities out there. And people don't realize that your behavior really does dictate how people see you. What's up, Big Sam? How you doing, baby? And if you're observant, if you're an observant person, you can really monitor people's behaviors and kind of pretty much put a finger on what's going on. Not just him, a lot of people, a lot of them, kind of all of them, if you think about it. And I'm not trying to put anyone down specifically or talk about anyone specifically. I'm talking about the whole and what I've noticed, because the behaviors doesn't change. The behaviors isn't something that is different. They don't differ very much. You may change how you do it, but yet you're still doing the same exact thing. And James said something that's really, really crucial that y'all really need to keep an eye out for, or actually look for, or even just see, just recognize if you can observe that. In the gay community, especially in the black gay community, the black male gay community, it's widely more accepted for females to be gay or part of the LGBTQIA community. And that's more accepted in the black community. It really truly is. It may not be something that you want for your child or want for your daughter, can it be? But you're more accepting of that than you are of your son being gay. So a lot of these black gay men in this sector that I've noticed have this um element of trying to prove themselves. Trying to, what's up, Darcy, baby? How you doing? Trying to prove themselves, trying to show you that they are more than what we see. What's up, Diamond, baby? How you doing? They want to be, because I guess if they're successful or have some type of success, they're kind of like the only one, because they had to fight for that within their family, within their household. They had to fight for that, you know what I'm saying, in the world. So everything they do is a fight. Everything they do is let me prove to you that I am worthy of, that I am the one who actually made it. I'm the only one who made it out of whatever circumstances that they're in. Because if you, exactly, and if you look at or listen to some of their stories, no one grew up lavish. No one grew up in the middle class. Those are the stories that we hear. We hear fabrications of stories, but if you look at the genesis and the root of all these stories, abandonment issues, being discarded, poverty, you know what I'm saying? Abusive relationships, either from parents or from relatives, from family, and things of that nature. So they still have that kind of like that mindset that I noticed. Now, this is just my observation. I'm not a psychologist or psychiatrist. I'm not a clinician. It's not of the medicine, arts, things of that nature. But just behavior wise, what's up, Mr. and Mrs. Heaven Sent, baby? How you doing? And it's like As adults, they're trying to prove to themselves and prove to everyone else that they're worthy, that they are good enough, that they are enough. So they're fighting tooth and nail in order for you to see them as enough. What's up, lovely, lovely? How you doing? And so, see, lovely, love. See, I need you to read the title, baby, and read the room. I mean, I appreciate you coming in and dropping down with that information right there, but it's not about you. But I appreciate you being here, baby. Um, these men out here thinking that if they see someone who they think have a bigger piece of cake or a bigger piece of the pie or a bigger piece of the crumb than they have, they're trying to snatch it, take it. You know what I'm saying? And devour more than what they actually can hold on to. Think about all the battles that goes on here between the gay men on here. Let's use myself for example, because I can't talk about no one else but myself, and I can't talk about no one else's journey but my own. I told you guys, I grew up in poverty, beneath poverty actually, you know, but I've always know that I wasn't going to stay there. My mom always taught us never look like where you came from. Always present yourself as where you want to be. So while we may have one pair of pants and three shirts, every night those pants was washed, every morning those pants was ironed. Every time you wore a shirt, you wore two shirts, you wash those two shirts where you can wear the third one, and you iron those other two shirts. So you're constantly moving yourself up, constantly presenting yourself as you may be living a squabble, but you always present yourself as someone who is pulled together. And it doesn't matter what's going on in your home, but in public, you must always look like, you know what I'm saying, where you want to be. And it's not that you're putting on this air or this farce, but if you have that mindset, is that this where I'm at right now is not where I'm going to stay. What's up, Lena, baby? How you doing, sweetheart? And continue to present yourself as such. It really is a part of manifestation, I should say. And you manifest the life that you want. You recognize and you deal with and truly deal with where you've been, but where you're going, you can't get there if you're holding on to the baggage of your past, the baggage of your pain, the baggage of your abandonment, the baggage of your hurt, the baggage of your not feeling worthy or good enough. What's up, Linda, baby? How you doing? You can't do that. You can't live there. You can't stay there. And a lot of people, that's why when I talk to people, not when I talk to them, when I'm reading their ass, you know what I'm saying? I say that. You're not upset with me. You're stuck at where you used to be. You stuck at where you was hurt. You're stuck at where you was abandoned. You are stuck at where you haven't dealt with the trauma that you've experienced. And think about it. I really Now, if I'm wrong, you guys let me know because I don't mind being corrected. There's a way to correct me and me to be receptive to it, and there's a way to not correct me and me, what I'm saying, act the fool. But I think y'all understand based on this conversation I'm trying to have with you guys. If I've ever attacked anyone or went after anyone first, you know, let me know. But to my recollection, to my understanding, every time I've gotten into it with someone, it's because they have said something or done something to me first. How you doing, Sabri? How you doing, baby? True, but that's also the house could be your mind. You know what I'm saying, David? The house can be your mind. Great statement, but the house can be your mind. The house can be within yourself. You must be able to be free within yourself in order for you to actually live free. You know what I'm saying? So if your mind isn't free, if your mind is still unclouded, you're taking all that damage and all that hurt and all that pain. Exactly. Now I like that one. I like that one much better. You know, and A lot of these black gay men on here are stuck, and they're used to being the only black gay man in a group, or they used to be the only, if they are successful, the only successful one in the group. What's up, Red? How you doing, baby? And it's like, damn, at some point, you really need to get over yourself, because we're all individuals. We all have different paths to walk. We all have different things to offer people. It's not, and once you tap into what you have to offer, you'll be a better person in my eyes. Because once I tapped into who I actually am, and not just as a human being, as a person who actually understand, yes, this is where I came from. This is what I've experienced in life. But once I started learning that I need to learn from every situation that I'm in, good, bad, and indifferent, because it helps propel me forward. It helps prepare me for the next step that I'm going to experience. I really, truly have become a better person, a less angry person, a less divisive person, a less jealous person, a less envious person. Now, am I still, you know what I'm saying, who I am? Yeah. But I work on analyzing what I've done, what I've said, in order for me to be a better person. Because do you think I like cussing someone out? I don't like that. I don't like having to drag someone by their bangs and across these YouTube streets till their forehead is bleeding. I don't like that. That's why I don't do it every day and all day long. That's not fun for me. It's not fun for me to watch someone do that all day, every day. It's not. And that's me being honest. That's why I always say I don't do this all the time. But can I do it? Yeah, it's easy. It's easy because that's my natural instinct is to fight. My natural instinct is to protect myself. My natural instinct is to protect others that I care for. That's my natural instinct. So it's easy for me to do that. It's easy for me to, because when I look at people now or listen to people, whatever, I see them. I truly do see them. I see the pain. I see the hurt. I see the embarrassment. I see the abandonment. I see all those things. What's up, the hood to the beer? How you doing, sweetheart? I see those things. So it's easy for me to draw from those things. What's up, Darren? How you doing, baby? But I'm telling you why I'm good at it, because I see them. I see who they are. I see their truth. No matter how hard they try to hide it, no matter how hard they try to, disguise it, I see it. Because at one point in time, it was me. You know what I'm saying? It was me. I was hiding my truth. I was hiding the fact that I was grew up in poverty. Because I would never say that out loud, especially not on a platform where it could possibly use against me. I would be quiet because I had a stutter and a stammer. You know what I'm saying? Because that was people could possibly make fun of. I fought because it's easier to be scared of me than to try to understand me, if that makes sense. And being black, being light skinned, having curly hair, living in the hood, being gay, or having feelings for the same sex and opposite sex that's not easy to do. So I had to find a way in order for me to be able to live with that, accept myself, and still grow to be the person that I want to be without hiding myself from that, without hiding that from not only myself, but from everybody else. So they can have an opportunity to see who I truly am. Because if you're not showing people who you really are, the good, the bad, and the indifferent, you're not giving them the opportunity to like and understand and appreciate and accept the real, genuine you. And what I see in a lot of these gay men, especially in this sector, is that they're constantly hiding. They're constantly thinking they have to fight in order to get somewhere. Because they felt that they have to fight their entire life in order for them to be where they are. Let's take an example from yesterday. What did I do to stump down? Besides drag him yesterday. What's up, Arn White, baby? How you doing, sweetheart? What did I do to that man? Have y'all ever noticed when I ask all these men, these black gay men who have attacked me, what have I done to them? It's never really an answer. It's never really something that I've actually done that I can point out that they can point out that I've done. But funny thing is, I can always point out what they have done to me for me to respond the way I responded. Let's go down the line. Sean Bradley, what I do to him? Besides say no. Or realize that he was trying to play me and disrespect my relationship and my husband and played him instead. What's up, Miss David, baby? How you doing, sweetheart? What I do to Johnny Mack? But the same thing, because he did the same thing. What I ever do to Jay Wilson? What did I really do to Tim Blaine? And it's not for me to go back and forth with these people. It's not. It's just me, the people that I've gotten into it with, who I gave commentary based on what they've done, and then next thing you know, we're in this beef because they don't like the commentary I gave, although I wasn't trying to attack anyone. What's up, Onsite, baby? How you doing, sweetheart? What have I done to Stump Down besides drag his ass yesterday? Because my thing is, the people that I've gotten into it with, for the most part, are trying to be the only one, trying to be accepted, trying to be next to someone that they think is the one, so they can be seen. The only person who doesn't fit that is Timothy Blaine. He just, from my understanding, there's nothing against you, but I'm just saying this is my observation. Once again, he just don't like criticism and critique, but yeah, he can critique others. On site, thank you, baby. And that's another part of it. I can't help who I am. It's not me, it's genetics. It's genetics and watching the world and observing the world and being part of the world. Am I the best? No, I'm not. Not by any means. Am I the worst? Far from it as well. I did nothing. Like on site. Oh, sorry, Diamond. I didn't do anything. I don't even know what's going on. Yesterday, I was trying to be messy about something else. But Ms. Diva came down and just asked. The thing is, but funny thing, like I said yesterday, that wasn't the first time someone told me that I was being attacked by that individual or addressed by the individual. And it was confirmed, well, it's not, by some other people. I'm like, what? Did you hear anything about that? Because I don't, like I said, no shade, nothing like that. But I don't watch that individual. I don't. Don't talk about the individual. Have y'all ever heard me besides yesterday talk about the individual or mention the individual's name? Never. Because you're not on my radar. Not because it's just, I don't think the word pageantry faggotry is offensive. I know it is. But at the same time, that's the only word that I can use or think of to describe a lot of the behavior of these older Black gay men in this area. They want to be seen. That's the pageantry aspect of it. They want to be showy. They want to be, look at me, look at me, look at me. And the faggotry aspect of it is you're doing unnecessary shit that people use negatively and attach to gay people negatively. And you're using that as an attention grabber to be seen. You're using those tactics and those antics as a way to be seen. Why? Because you haven't dealt with what you need to deal with. You haven't dealt with what you need to do in order for you to get past where you are, mentally, emotionally. And that has nothing to do with me as well on site. And that's their issue and not mine. You see how that is still their issue? Me being confident in who I am and what I have to offer the world, not just this YouTube situation, but the world, has absolutely nothing to do with anyone else. I'm not putting anyone else down. I'm not belittling anyone else. I'm not trying to be better than anyone else. I'm just being me and trying to show people who I am, to give you the opportunity to either like it or dislike it. And if you dislike it, well, it's not, that's fine. But you can dislike it over there. Because you don't have to turn onto my channel, you don't have to turn onto my screen, you don't have to do anything like that. And once I realize that you are who you are and you don't like who I am, I'm a person who can still watch you, get something from you without having to be seen in your chats. It's very offensive, Darren. And Darren, the thing is, because y'all know I hate the F word anyway. But at the same time, that's the only word that I can think of in that moment to describe what they're doing. It's the only word that I could think of, the only phrase I could think of that describes what it is. Growing up, because we're all about the same in the same age group, between the ages of 40 and whatever, you know what I'm saying, or between the ages of 35 and whatever. We're all within the same age group here. I'm assuming, and I could be assuming wrong, but we're all in the same age group. Growing up, when you heard someone like right now, gay is the in thing, gay is cool, gay is in vogue. You know what I'm saying? Gay is the it thing. Oh, you're gay, you're bisexual, you're sexually fluid. Oh, wow. You don't identify as male, female. Oh, wow. You're trans. Oh, wow. Oh, you're fluid. Oh, wow. Oh, you're non binary. Oh, wow. You know what I'm saying? It's all that. But growing up in our age group, when you think about or remember, go back to when someone was gay, they was ultra feminine, they were flamboyant, they were loud, they was extremely aggressive, they was extremely flirtatious. That's what I have, y'all. Sorry, that part I do have. I ain't gonna lie to you. What's up, babies? How y'all doing? But yeah, it was all they was oversexed, undereducated. They were degenerates. Don't go talk to them. Don't go be around those now because they're gonna always try to do XYZ to you that you don't want them to do. It was all the negative aspects of what people think of when they think of quote unquote a gay person, especially in our community, a black gay person. Now ask yourself, the behaviors that these people are exhibiting on these YouTube streets, does it not identify with some of the same things that was negatively portrayed onto gay people as we was growing up? And it's not the best aspects, hardworking, family oriented, you know what I'm saying, educated, well spoken, well groomed, well dressed, you know what I'm saying? Those type of things. It's always the negative stuff, always ready to read, always ready to snap, always ready to act the fool, always ready to cut up, pull out the Vaseline and take out a razor blade type of situation. And I can do all those things, but when I choose not to do that, when I choose to show a different side of the spectrum, it's like, oh, he's uppity. He thinks he's better than. No, I don't think anything. I know exactly who I am, and I'm not going to lower myself or dumb myself down in order to fit into what y'all consider the quote unquote cool kids, or the mold in which y'all have carved and want people to think about as what a black gay man is on here. And the black gay man is not always sex crazed. And that's why I use that term, because it's like, you don't have to, especially when you're older than me. Like people are like 50, 55, damn near 60, in their 60s. And it's like, that's not what I want to be seen as. So that's not what I show you. It's not that what you're doing is bad or wrong. It's just not who I am. And it's like, you're upset with me because I'm not that. You're upset with me because I'm not showing people what you want me to show them, opposed to just like accepting who I am, all aspects of it. And like, if you don't, that's fine as well. But don't try to come at me because you don't get it, or you can't get it, or you can't code switch quickly, or you can't do what you need to do in order for you to survive in the real world. So therefore, you rather thrive here on YouTube, you rather thrive on social media, opposed to really survive in the real world. And it's not a read, roast, and gag, but it is a read, roast, and gag. You know what I'm saying? For me, like I always say, people read the wrong things. It's not, for me, the read isn't, oh, I can afford to get liposuction. The read for me is having to get liposuction. The read isn't, oh, I can go on vacation. The read is have to go on a free timeshare vacation. And that's not saying I'm trying to read anyone in particular was not, although those two things fit two people. But for me, I don't look at what you say you can do as the read toward me. I look at why you have to do that as the read, if that makes sense. How I read people and how I look at people was not, isn't like, oh, well, ooh, you got bad skin. To me, that's not the read. The read is really if I was alone, busted, disgusted, and hiding myself. To me, that's the read. And I don't do that. While I'm behind the black screen right now because I'm in bed. As y'all know, when I'm in bed, I'm naked. I was getting ready to take a nap. But to me, that's the read, or the roast, or the gag. So when I say that you can't read me or drag me, that you can't because you can't. Hey, Miss Queenie, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? Um, I'm too confident. I've walked through this world too confidently. I've been around people in the industry and they're wondering who I am. And I'm the nobody in the room. I'm the least successful person in the room, but they're wondering who I am. What do I do? Like I said, I walk into these rooms and these situations was not into these meetings, whatever, and just based on how I present myself, how I stand, how I walk into the room, how I walk in the room with my head held high, my shoulders back, whatever. They're interested in who I am and what I do. So when I come on here and people acting like you're insulting me, it's like, baby, y'all really don't understand who I am. And if you wasn't so ratchet and disgusting and deplorable, I'm willing to show and help a lot of people was not in what they can do to do better things, to be their best selves. What I can show you may not work for me, but it possibly can work for you. Not saying do what I do, but at the same time, I'm not willing to help anyone who's going to attack me down the line. And that's why, and I know people think that, saying, oh, my way of roasting people was not, and showing the receipts that I show is like a violation was not, and they would never do anything X, Y, Z, this and that. That's not the case at all. You're not going to love me, shower me with compliments and gifts and things, and then when I don't do what you want me to do, next thing you know, you're attacking me. If you no longer like the person that I am, all you have to do is walk away. Say nothing, say less, and walk away. But you're not going to attack me, call me all out my name, left out, right, and center was not, trying to ruin things for me, which you possibly can't. But the whole attempt pisses me off. The whole attempt unnerves me. The whole attempt of you doing that, trying to come for me, is what I'm saying rubs me the wrong way. Not the fact that you did it, the fact that you attempted to. Not the fact that you can ruin something was not for me, but the fact that you attempted to ruin something for me. The fact that you attempted to take me down a notch, although you didn't, but the fact that you even tried to, after you were smiling and grinning in my face, seeking my attention. So my thing is, I like to expose people for being the fake ass people that they are. Like that's why every time my whole thing is really, you're weak, because if I don't like you, I don't like you. I'm not giving you anything. I'm not giving you a compliment. I'm not saying nice things about you. I'm not saying anything bad about you either. I'm just indifferent towards you. And see, that's a part of me saying that I practice the art of adulting, because if I'm indifferent towards you, it's not that, what I'm saying, it's a good bad thing. I'm just indifferent. I don't care one way or the other. I really don't. And a lot of these black gay men over here was not, they want to be seen. They want to be flashy. They want to be the new shiny toy. And I said all of them, because not all of them want that. Not all of them want to be the it person. But a lot of the ones that I got into it with does. I say no. You want to please the person I said no to, so therefore you start attacking what's not throwing a little shade. Someone attacks me with some slick shit, I catch it, throw it back. Now your sidekick want to come up here and act as though, oh, let me help do this. It never works for me, because I know exactly who I am and I see who y'all are. It's never going to work. Like, it's never going to work. And I don't care what you say, how you say it, who all laugh at it, who all agrees with it. You can't make me see myself the way you see yourself. And that's less than. And that's just what it is. An overindulgence of attacking people for no reason whatsoever shows weakness to me. I want to take the eyes off of me and put the eyes on this person right here that I'm attacking. I'm pointing the finger at you, so no one's looking at me. No one sees my cracks. No one sees the water dripping from the pail that I'm holding. No one sees that I'm leaking. But I see all those things. I see the cracks. I really do. I don't point them out every time. It's not. I will when I, saying, I'm attacked. Yeah, I'm pointing out what I see in you, and that's what it's going to be the truth. And it's not for clicks and views. It's not for laughs and roasts and stuff like that. Well, people may enjoy it, but it really is to let you know, leave me alone because I'm not you. I'm not scary. I'm not have abandonment issues. I don't loathe myself. I don't have self-hatred, you know what I'm saying? Because I am gay and no one accepted me growing up as that. I was the last person picked on the schoolyard and in every sport. That's not my story. I didn't get beat up because I was gay. I didn't get picked on because I was gay. Because when someone tried that, I fought. You said something I didn't like, my fist was in your face. My foot was on your neck, literally. My hands was around your throat, literally. Like I said, I was thinking about this yesterday before I even went to work. I was thinking that I keep telling you guys I grew up in poverty. I really did. But I grew up in poverty in the early 90s. Saying early 90s was not. Because I graduated from high school when I was in 2019. So late 80s, early 90s, I grew up in poverty. And when I say poverty was not, it was poor. It was a poor section of town, you know, but it was also very much gang affiliated. This is when on the West Coast, Crips and Bloods was huge. You know, I lived in a community where Bloods thrived, and they was the main people in that territory. But all of my friends lived and were Crips. So I will have to go from my neighborhood over to the Crips neighborhood, was not. And, when it was in the height of all that gang stuff, you couldn't wear certain colors. You couldn't wear, if you was around Blood, you couldn't wear blue. If you was around Crips, you couldn't wear red. I never was a big red person growing up anyway, whatever. So as always, I had on blue. And initially, I was harassed or whatever the case may be until I got into a couple fights with these people that call themselves Bloods. And they realized that, oh, he's not all the way there. And then they will have their siblings was now who went to school with me say, oh, but he's smart. He also fights in school as well. Leave him alone because he will fight you. And saying he fought this teacher when he was in third grade. He fought this teacher when he was in eighth grade. Leave him alone. He's not all the way there. He fights. And when I say I've always been a protector as well, because it's always been like it was me and my two sisters and my older brother. My older brother was older, so he was always out doing this thing. So I was the one having to protect my sisters, my older sister and my younger sister. Someone bothered them, they can't get me. Our friends it was these three girls that was our family friend. Someone bothered them, they came and got me. So it was always me protecting someone and having to fight until I didn't have to fight anymore because people already knew. Oh yeah, he's crazy. He don't be fooled by how he look. Yeah, he over there mauling and acting and dancing, and y'all say he's what I'm saying a little light, but he plays sports. He does all the other stuff with that. He just his own person. He walks the beat of his own drum. But that's when I became who I became because I recognized that I need to do something different than to get out of this environment that I'm in. And the only way I can get out of this environment is either through sports, doing some type of arts, or smarts. Hold on, you guys, 1 second, please. What up, babe? My apologies, you guys. Of course, you know that was the husband. But yeah, it was that. It was always me having to protect myself was not. And then I realized, so that's what I said, all the stuff that I see on this projection, on these people are doing right now, I've already done that. I really have as a child. That's why I said when I came on here a fully recognized, understanding individual, understanding and recognizing who I am and what I am. So I don't need the approval of, you know what I'm saying, the masses. I really don't. And not that I don't appreciate it, because I do definitely appreciate it. But I don't need the approval of the masses. If I'm here talking to one person or 1,000 people, I'm gonna give you the same conversation. If my videos get 10 views or 10,000 views, it's gonna be the same conversation. I told y'all from the very beginning, I'm on here to show you guys who I am, to show my talents, to work on, I'm saying, bettering my interacting and speaking with people. That's what I'm on here for. So calling me Stuttering Stanley doesn't hurt my feelings, because I know that you're saying that to try to hurt my feelings, because you don't hear the stuttering and stammering as much as you think you do. But at the same time, do you not understand that me being someone who have um, years of speech pathology and going through those speech pathologist classes and things of that nature, I don't hear your speech impediment as well? See, the stutter and the stammer is not the only type of speech impediment that's out there in this world. There's dozens of different types of speech impediments that I hear all throughout these YouTube streets. And it's not a dialect thing. It's not a regional thing. It's not a location type thing. It's actually a speech impediment. Not being able to say strawberry, but you're saying strawberry. That's a speech impediment. Having these ticks and stutters and stammers and things, that's also a speech impediment. And you think I'm the only one who have that on here that I can hear and recognize? Come on now, stop it. So it doesn't bother me. And it's the ones who's trying to hide their speech impediments and their insecurities who are the main ones who's talking about me and things of that nature. Why do you think that the first thing they attack is, oh, you're ugly? Now, come on now, stop it. Let's keep it real. You know, you think that that's the first thing they say, oh, you're ugly, oh, you got bad skin. Girl, I went through acne. I had horrendous acne growing up. But guess what? They didn't stop me from modeling. Didn't stop me from acting. Haven't stopped me from being on TV singing and dancing. I said I did it well. I just said I did it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I've always gotten what I needed based on how I looked, my charm, my ability to present myself, my ability to sell myself, my ability to have people like me. And it starts with me liking myself, loving myself. And it's hard to love yourself as a young black gay man when everything was stacked against you, including in your whole own household. And a lot of the people that I'm talking about and that is in the sector that y'all can see, they do a lot of lying. They do a lot of changing of facts, a lot of type of manipulation. Hey, Jack, how you doing, baby? They do a lot of projection, not taking blame for what they do, thinking that everything is an attack against them. Everything is a read, roast, and gag. See, my thing is this. There's such thing as constructive criticism, and there's such thing as a read. Not everything that someone says to you is a read, roast, gag, and drag, and an attack toward you. Some things, if you open up your mind and stop thinking everything is negative, because that's who you are as an individual, you can take as constructive criticism. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. Maybe if I look at it this way right here, that can change this aspect, which cause a whole chain reaction of change in your life. Like I said, do you think I walk around here thinking that I am the best looking person in the whole entire world? Well, hell, I'm one of them, but not the best one. I'm being silly now. But yeah, I can do that because I'm comfortable knowing that I'm not the best looking person in the world. But at the same time, I'm also comfortable and confident in I am not the worst person looking in the world. You know what I'm saying? I understand who I am. I understand that I have flaws, inner flaws and outer flaws. But the fact is that I am always working on those flaws. And what you may like and or dislike, someone else may like and dislike as well. But that's not those two things aren't important. It's what how I feel about myself. It's about how I look at myself. And when I look in the mirror, it's not I am completely and utterly happy with what I see. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, all those things. And it's a blessing that I found someone who was happy with those things as well and was willing to put up with my craziness and stupidity and fits of anger and things like that for the past 20 years. See, I know why people don't like me. But if I say it, it'll be me being an ass and me being conceited and me being cocky and all those other things. I know why people don't like me. Come on now. And y'all know why people don't like me. Y'all know why people attack me or think, and why people attempt to bring me down or make my self-esteem low. Like I said, I see it as a boost. I really do. The more I'm attacked, the more I'm called ugly, I see it as a boost. I really do. Like I told you, I learn from everything. Because I learned growing up when people called you ugly. It's because they either liked you, wanted to be you, because people who don't care don't care. You know what I'm saying? People who don't care about who you are or confident in who they are, I should say. Not saying don't care, but people who are confident in who they are, they're not worried about how you look. Think about it. And I understand that, Jack. It is hard. And that's what I say I understand. I see and I understand. That's why I'm not out here attacking these people. But at the same time, I want them to understand that I see it. The thing is, be for me, now I can't say about everybody else. I said what works for me is not work for everybody. My friend group is straight, gay, bi, male, female, trans. I interact with everybody. And it comes from me being comfortable with myself first. That's for me, really, that is the answer for me. I'm comfortable, like I said, I used to be not really I used to be that person who thought that I had to be the loudest person in the room. I come into the room screaming, talking loud, acting a fool, being the class clown. That was me. Until I realized that was me being insecure. That was me trying to hide and be bigger than life in order for me to be seen in a way other than who I actually am. The person who is have a quiet confidence in myself, who have a security about who I am without being overbearing with it, without being obnoxious with it. Understanding that, what I'm saying, I may not be the best, I may not be the richest, I may not have the best clothing, well, it's not. But in order for you not to pick on that, whatever, let me be the funniest. You know what I'm saying? Let me distract you from what my insecurities were by being loud, by being funny, by being violent, type of thing. So now my whole thing is I don't want to be seen. I don't need to be seen because I'm comfortable with who I am. And a lot of people don't understand that. Like, it comes from you really being comfortable, like truly comfortable from your bone marrow, from your mitochondrial DNA to the outward appearance of your epidermis. You know, I am smart. I am intelligent. I am talented. I am attractive. I am a nice person. I am a good person. I do have a good heart, a big heart. But at the same time, I'm not a fool. I'm not gonna let anyone hurt me or take me down somewhere or do something to me that I don't want them to do. And I will fight for myself tooth and nail in order for me to love myself. What's up, Red Pill Baby? How you doing, sweetheart? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly. Right, Jack. That the part right here is really good right here. What's it at? If I can get it right there. That is so true. What's up, 3 Heartbeats, baby? How you doing, sweetheart? Happy birthday, Red Pill, baby. Me too, baby. I won't. I'm saying I'm making it through this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm making it through this year, but baby, next year I'll be 48 years old, doing big things, big things, big things, big things. But yeah, and that was the mindset. If I can make you laugh, you won't laugh at me. If I can entertain you, you won't pick out the flaws that I see in myself, type of thing. So yeah, that's definitely it. And that's what I see in a lot of people on here. A lot of the men on here was not who have attacked me or who have said some stuff unwarranted for no reason whatsoever, just out of the blue. Because y'all still haven't told me what I did to Stump Down. Y'all still haven't said I mentioned that man in any way, shape, or form. But yet someone did attack me and I fought back just because my fight back is harder, better, more accurate. You know what I'm saying? True. So it hits harder, it hits better. You want to defend this person with that because you think that that's going to wear off on you, and you think that I'm going to maybe someone's mouth doesn't scare me. Y'all know this mouth is real nasty, real dirty, real down and gutter, just like everyone else's. It's just that I don't choose to do that on a daily basis. I don't do that. Choose to do that on every video. I rather show talent. I rather show y'all how to. Some of you who may not ever had shrimp and grits homemade before. Some of you may not have ever had, you know what I'm saying, chicken carbonara before. Some of you may have never had bone-in ribeye before. So let me show you how to prepare that. Let me show you how to plate a dish. Let me show you how to mix colors. Let me show you how to blend colors. Let me show you how to sew something. Let me show you how to put something together. But then you think that that's the read. But then you're walking around with the same black, see, being shady, but true. I'm trying to show you how to put things together was not how to stretch your wardrobe. And yet you're walking around here, well, you trying to make fun of that, whatever, but yet you're walking around here with the same black sleeveless shirt on for 5 days out of 7. Make it make sense. And just on that note, because I have to read a bitch because that's who I am, because they're going to always say some shit because they said some shit today, trying to be slick with it. I caught it. What did I say the other day, y'all? What shirt he's gonna have on his whole vacation? That blue check shirt. Check the video he had on today. I guess you had on that blue check shirt. Like I said, if I could read your entire wardrobe and I don't know you like that based on what you present yourself here on here, you think I don't see who you are? You think I don't know who you are? Like I said, like I mean, I know I'm trying to be positive, but at the same time that people understand, it's easy for me to read someone on here. All I need to do is watch a couple videos and I got you down pat. And what I say about you isn't going to be true. Go to my see me being the shady person that I am, and the petty person I told you I'm petty as hell and shady as a mug. I threw on my little black sleeveless shirt last night after I took my shower and wore it to bed. I don't have it on today. I'm on a black t-shirt, but I threw my little black sleeveless shirt on. I took a picture of it and posted it on my community page. You know what I'm saying? Like every black man has that sleeveless shirt. We all have that sleeveless shirt. I don't care what kind of shape you in. We all have a black sleeveless shirt. Some have a hood on it, some may not have a hood on it. But we all got the same shirt. If it's not in black, it's in white, gray, blue, burgundy, green. We all have it. See, red pill. See, messy. But yeah, but it's not just about him. It's about like what I've noticed. I've noticed I'm like y'all act like people don't see y'all. Y'all come on camera insecure, scared, talking loud, poking fun at people was not acting like that's going to hide what people actually see who actually looking at you. You know what I'm saying? Miss Diva. Actually, I only wear it to bed. I only wear it to bed when I take a shower. That's one of the things I put on for bed. Not every night, but you know what I'm saying? That's what I do. Exactly. Or the equivalent to the flannel shirt. But we all got one. So it's like, and the thing is, and it wouldn't be an issue if you were coming on here being so pompous. That's why it's an issue for me because I see the insecurity in you. I really do, and it's not that it's him. It's a lot of people on here. I'm saying, why is someone worried about who I'm talking to when my husband's not I'm worried about it? I'm here talking to y'all, so no matter who I'm talking to on the phone, I'm talking to them cities and miles away. You know, see, you a redneck Jack? That name sounds kind of suspicious. I don't know no black man named Jack, unless you jacked. Let me stop being messy. So you're talking right away. But yeah, it's like I see the insecurities in these people, and it's like I don't want to say that and be like, oh well, yes, but it's like you prove me right because your behavior shows that you're not comfortable still in your skin, and you're in your 50s. You're projecting and trying to show people something that you're not, that you want them to see, opposed to showing people who you are. And if you're a real individual, you recognize fake. You recognize that people aren't showing you who they really are. They're putting on a caricature, which is fine. But at the same time, if your purpose is here to be an actor on stage or doing a show, why can't you go out to Hollywood and audition? If you want to be seen on TV and on a platform like you're saying, such as you're saying that you could be worldwide, why not audition for something so you can be worldwide? See, that's the fear and insecurity to me. That's how I see it. You keep calling this a show or a performance, but yet you're not really actually doing that. You keep saying that you don't need this, but you're on here 3 or 4 times a day, and you're stalking and watching everyone, and then charging people to watch people that they can watch for free, so y'all can talk about behind the scenes. But yet you don't need this. I'm just saying, like I see all this type of things. Trust me, I understand. Trust me. Oh, don't let me get on that because I can tell you how the third class in this country happened. You know what I'm saying? Because it happened. It definitely happened with that. The whole poor white, poor black thing. Yeah, trust me, I understand completely what it is. It's all the same, you know. But yeah, it just is what it is. Like I said, I don't come on here and try to boast and brag, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that serious because what I have today could be gone tomorrow, and I understand. The thing is, I understand that. I'm not white knuckling anything. I'm not holding on to anything so tight to where if it's lost, I'm devastated. A lot of people are holding on to these images so tight that they don't see the image has fell, the image has cracked. You have been revealed. We've seen behind the curtain. They don't get that. They don't understand that. But I understand, you know what I'm saying? You can't white knuckle something so hard to where you aren't willing to let it go. that you're not willing to lose it without being devastated. Although I'm eating ribeyes and scallops and all kind of craziness now, I know how it is to survive on beans and rice. You better buy some spicy sausage from the dollar store and put that dollar breakfast sausage in that in those beans. You better buy a can of tomatoes from Walmart, the diced ones, whatever. Buy some breakfast sausage, slit it on up, have meals for a couple of days. Make yourself a little homemade dirty rice, a little rice and beans, and call it a day. You better learn how to make some cornbread, flour, cornmeal, sugar. If you don't want to buy real milk, buy some powder milk, add a little bit of water to it. All that stuff. Those are sustainable items. And you better learn how to make that cornbread with that. I mean, it's very, you know, like I said, although I eat well now, I know how to not eat. I mean, I know how to eat well without having a lot of money also. Oh, yeah, I know. That's exactly who he is. Is that Jack? You're absolutely right. It is definitely is exposure. They haven't been exposed. Hey, Deanna, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? Deanna on site. Who else? Do I have any other mods in here? Um, Darren J, you better learn how to do it, baby. I said, trust me. I said, when I say I grew up poor, I grew up poor. Shit, hell. If you didn't have any powdered milk, you better use water for the milk for your cereal. I'm just saying. I grew up poor like that poor. Um, mm, and that the thing is like that's and that right there is content. Is all helping people was not who's on a budget. You know. Thank you, I appreciate it. So listen, I threw together every once in a while. So let's some I throw together. But yeah, like I said, and I'm secure, and then I'm secure in saying because y'all remember the first thing I ever ate on here was like Vienna sausages or was it potted meat? It was something that people would consider low brow. Give a damn. Thank you, Deanna. Thank you. Thank you, Deanna. Exactly. If you know what you're doing, if you have the skill set to put those things together, you know what you're doing. Powdered milk, salt, sugar, a little bit of flour, some cornmeal, an egg or two, a little bit of baking soda. You better use that powdered milk to add some water to that and call it a day. Canned milk, but it's no different. Powdered milk lasts longer than canned milk does. You better ask somebody, Darren, baby. You better ask somebody. Oklahoma. Right. So you was bougie. Thing is, people thought I was bougie, but like I said, my mom never had us looking like we needed anything. Your stomach could be touching your back, but you better not let that stomach growl and play. You better drink some water. You know what I'm saying? Fill you up real quick. Y'all remember sugar water? Y'all remember? We were so poor. We would do sugar water. We would do mayonnaise sandwiches, mustard and crackers. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing. What's she cooking? What is she cooking? What is she cooking? But yeah, I mean, like I said, and I'm not afraid of that or ashamed of that. And a lot of people are ashamed to talk about their humble beginnings. Why? You wear it on your sleeve every time you open up your mouth. We hear your humble beginnings. We see your humble beginnings. No matter how much you try to hide it, you wear it like a crown. And that's why we can see it so well, because you're trying to hide it so much. And the more you hide it, the more it sticks out. But now it is. Well, I don't know what is considered now, but I mean, it's not like me eating vending sausages and potted meat as my first eating on camera to eating bone-in ribeyes, lobster tails, scallops, lamb chops, smoke. I mean, you know what I'm saying, stuffed salmon, shrimp and grits. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. You know, it is a difference. You older than me, big set baby. But yeah, I mean, but things those were the cheap things, the chicken wings. You know what I'm saying? The drumsticks, all those were the cheap cuts of the meat. You know what I'm saying? The pig feet, the oxtail. Now, yeah, oxtails was cheap as well growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like those are things that you throw some oxtails into a crock pot, some tomato sauce, and some canned vegetables. That's your soup for 2 days. What's up, Alien Encounter, baby? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? That's your soup for 2 days. One day you add a bit of rice to it. You cook a little bit of rice to stretch it out to the next day. Yeah, like I said, I know how to cook and eat inexpensively. So if anything ever happens, shit, the house is full of non-perishables. I got a box of canned milk, not canned. I got a box of dry milk down there right now, and a couple cans of evaporated milk just in case something happens. You never know. But you will still see me on here eating like I got you know what I'm saying, fresh milk from the cow. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I bought a whole thing of spam the other day from Sam's Club. The whole 8 pack, I sure did. That's breakfast. That's spam fried rice. Have y'all ever had spam and pineapple fried rice? Baby, you better get those little niblets, them tiblets of pineapple. Drain it. Cut them spam into some cubes. Cook some day old rice. Frozen vegetables. Soy sauce. A little bit of sugar. A little bit of rice wine vinegar. Baby, you better have a good old time with some spam fried rice, please. You want a real nice little sandwich? You better fry some spam, put some cheese on it, on some white bread, and call it a day. And y'all know right now spam is expensive, but growing up, spam was very inexpensive. Like I said, I don't mind talking about that. I don't mind showing y'all that side of me because I'm not there now. And as I said, people hide stuff like that. You can tell what people are afraid of and ashamed of by what they don't say and by what they hide. You know, this is what it is. Ooh, that sounds good. Beans, rice with pigtails. Uh huh. Oh yes, yes, yes. Yeah, you know, that's some good eating. Half flour, half cornmeal, salt, pepper, egg whites, buttermilk. See, I love brown butter. Brown butter has a very nutty flavor to it, and I use brown butter a lot in a lot of my cooking as well. I love brown butter because once, like with real butter, once the butter cooks down and the butter and the fat in the butter actually burns, that's what gives it that nutty flavor. Oh yeah, and then if you just want to use the nutty part of the butter, and then use the clarified part as just yeah. I know all about brown butter, baby. Yeah, definitely in college, Miss Queenie. Definitely in college. I definitely. Like I said, the thing is, by the time I got to college, I was already trying to be bougie because I was, oh, I make a little bit more money now. I got a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Because I mean, I told you I've been working since I was 12 years old. I've always worked. Like I worked from selling candy door to door. I told you a little spiel. Hi, my name is Food Junkie. I'm from Teens Incorporated. It's a youth organization designed to keep kids like myself off the streets and out of trouble. Right now, we're having a special on um, what we would sell. Oh, peanut brittle. We have Taylor mats for the kids. Like I was gonna kid my damn self. Taylor mats for the kids. We have peanut clusters and we have thin mints. Do you have some time so I can show you these products and go over our program again with you? Yeah, I know the whole spiel. Still remember that spiel since I was 12 years old. I sure did. You hungry? Oh yeah, big set, baby. You better, or even that better yet, boiled eggs. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't have no tuna fish, you better boil some eggs and make you a egg sandwich, and then you put one can of tuna in it to stretch it. You put one can of tuna fish in your egg salad to stretch it to have a tuna sandwich, tuna fish sandwich. I sure did. Yes, yes, yes. Oh yeah, there was no Kool Aid. There was no Kool Aid. Not even a cheap what's it called? It was not. It was none of that. That Welch's cheap one. Yeah, none of that. You better get some water, put some sugar in it, and stir that up. Call it a day. Between you know how it is, baby. Like I said, and listen, and that's what I'm saying. There's no shame in it. There's no shame in anything that I've done. So whatever reason one can say, baby, I've dealt with that already. Being poor, I've dealt with it already. You know what I'm saying? Everything that people think that like I said, these aren't reads for me. I've dealt with all that stuff already. And shit, I'm not there. Those things work on y'all. Like I said, that's what I noticed. Whatever, I mean, that's what I noticed, and it's really hard, especially in a gay community where it's not on this sector of YouTube, because it's like we all supposed to be somewhat together. You know, saying, granted, not thinking together was not, but being able to appreciate each other's differences, because we did enough fighting growing up. We did enough being harassed growing up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like y'all still trying to be the only one. You still trying to be, you know what I'm saying, only one that is quote unquote counted. Like, I don't care about who y'all are. Hold up, scrambled eggs and brains. No, but no, we ain't do that, baby. We ain't do that. No red pill, no baby, no red pill, no red pill, no baby, no red pill, no. You're doing too much. No red pill. We ain't do all that. We didn't do brains. We didn't do coon. We didn't do rabbit. We didn't do baby chicks. We didn't do all that red pill. You're doing too much. Yeah, we ain't do all that red pill. We ain't do all that. We ain't do all that, baby. Yeah, I think like now we has become like, but like we want to be the only, like really it's like they want to be the only one. Like I don't like, we appreciate each other more because we appreciate what we had. Maybe because we didn't see a way to be more, get more. You know what I'm saying? Now we can see everything. Now we see what's on the other side of the rainbow. But the thing is, people don't understand how to get to the other side of the rainbow. Mm. Thing is, with that, I like rabbit. I like rabbit stew, but I only had it when I was growing up. Well, not growing up. I only had it when I grew up, and I got moved out my mom's house. I never had coon before. It's just if certain things, if I know what it is, I won't eat it. If I don't know what it is and it's in a stew or something, or it's on the grill, I probably will eat it. But once I find out what it is, yeah, I can't eat it. Certain things like possum and squirrel and all that stuff, I can't eat that. I can't eat that. Oh yeah, Jack. Yes, you stretch that Dinty Moore beef stew with that corn, with those things, and if you want to stretch it even more, do a little thing of rice. So you have so that rice fills it up anyway, so that it lasts even longer. I'm just saying, rice will always stretch a meal, no matter what you eat on. Rice will always stretch a meal. You have some chili, throw a little rice on the side, it'll stretch that chili a little further. You got some soup, throw a little rice on the side, it'll stretch it a little further. You got some stew, throw a little rice on the side, it'll stretch it a little further. Yeah. Like I said, I mean, I'm not a, like I said, like that, like you can't read me with that. You can't embarrass me with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people so much into hiding everything. So when something actually comes up or comes out, you're so embarrassed that you don't know what to do with yourself. You can't embarrass me, but I can embarrass y'all because I know what y'all trying to hide. You can't read me because while you say you're confident what you are, your actions don't show it. Oh yeah. See, and when I get fancy now that I'm a little older, that's when I start adding the sour cream, the fresh diced tomatoes, the fresh type diced onions, the fresh type diced jalapenos, a little bit of cheese. Trying to be fancy, but knowing darn well when I grew up, all chili had attached to it was either rice or some crackers. That's all chili was. That's the only way we ate chili growing up was either with some rice or with some crackers. You know what I'm saying? The first day we had a little bit of rice. Second day we may have a little bit of extra rice. Well, it's not. Then the third day it was down to the crackers. Make it happen. There was no cheese, no fancy sour cream, no pico de gallo, all that stuff now that I be doing the damn most. No fresh chopped cilantro for my chili. It was what it was. It was what it was, y'all. Like I said, I'll tell you honestly, I told you I grew up in very humble. I told you that was a couple years where about a year and a half where all we ate was beans, and it was from the government supply. Y'all remember the last Wednesday of the month when you used to get the you used to go to either a church or something like that, and there would be a government truck that would hand out surplus supplies. It was like the can of peanut. It was not a jar, a can of peanut butter. It was a government cheese. It was I think sugar. It was flour. It was powdered milk. I think rice and beans. Oh, I hated that can of peanut butter because once you open it, you couldn't close it back, and it had all that oil on top of it, so you had to stir it up. It was a hot ass mess. You couldn't refrigerate it because if you put the refrigerator, the metal would kind of spoil it a little bit. So you couldn't scrape the sides. All you have to do was get it from like in the middle, and you have to be careful that you didn't scrape the sides because the refrigeration and the can it was in would actually kind of ruin it. See, that's a good thing, Red Pill, because I moved out at 18. I moved out like I was like, yeah, I can't call myself an adult and be trying to be grown at 18, 19 years old. Let me move on, go on to college. It sounded fancy. Oh yeah, yeah. It was always something like, and I'm like, and when I used to live in Chicago growing up, maybe there was days we didn't have no heat. We had to sit in front of the oven, turn the oven on, open up that door, and let that oven heat come throughout the house, or at least in the kitchen. Yeah, because I grew up in very humble beginnings, so it's like if I survive that, you think I'm not gonna survive being cussed at? Because not cussed out, cussed at on YouTube. Come on now. Growing up in the ghetto in the hood, You know what I'm saying? And the real projects, not what people call the projects now, which are townhouses in a bad area. No, we grew up in projects, 9, 10, 13-story buildings, cement cinder blocks with gates on it so you couldn't throw nobody off the railing. Chevy fancy I think it was cheese sauce. It was just cheese. It was just cheese toast. I got you, baby. Yeah. Hey, man. Yeah, I mean, and things we all did what we had to do. We all lived. I said we all lived a way that we had to live was not. But the thing is, the key is not being stuck or too damaged by that experience. You know what I'm saying? And if you haven't got past the trauma and the damage that you experienced, there's some more growing you need to do. You know, and not saying it's easy because it's not easy, but it's up to you to make the decision to do so. You can't sit up here and be upset and mad because you are in a certain situation where you're not doing anything to improve your situation. Oh, for real, Ripper? That's horrible. So yeah, that's horrible. That's horrible. That's horrible. You know, but even with that, you know, the sacrifice is made for you to be who you are. You know what I'm saying? And as long as you're not still there, and you're trying to get yourself, even if you are, and you're trying to get yourself out of it, well, it's not as long as you going through the steps to get yourself out of a situation that you don't want to be in. That's all I care about. It really truly is. All I care about is as long as you're doing the work to get yourself out of a situation you don't want to be in, or you did the work to get yourself out of a situation you don't want to be in, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. You know. But yeah, but y'all, yeah, it has me home, and he wants to go somewhere. So I appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate the conversation you guys had or having with me. Like I said, sometimes it's just more to do and more to talk about than just the BS. And you can talk about the BS was not, but you can talk about it in a different way without actually being a fool. Like I said this wasn't for me to roast, gag, or drag it. Maybe it was not. But at the same time, the obvious is the obvious. You know, we know that we see insecurities in these people around here. You know what I'm saying? And that what causes them to think that attacking people is funny. Attacking people is okay, is clever, and it's really not. It's just kind of crazy to me. Like I don't get it because if you're secure with who you are, it doesn't matter what somebody else is doing, who somebody else is. You know, if they don't attack you or speak on you, leave them alone. It's not that serious. Well, because you miss those good old things. 'Cause that was comfort for you. That was comfort. That was home. That was home. But that's a good thing that you made it was not on your own. But my whole thing would be I don't want to show them anything. You know, I love y'all. Appreciate what y'all did to me. Help me get where I'm at today. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing is, and when I came out, I was older. I was an adult, shit on my own. But my family still treats me the same. It's like because I guess as we get older, you realize that shit ain't important. I'm not saying somebody out here being disrespectful or being crazy with it. I'm just being myself. It's the person I've always been. Yeah. But yeah, you guys, appreciate you guys being here. Love you guys so much. As always, it's not important that I love you guys. It's important that you love yourself, you love someone else, you respect yourself, and you definitely respect someone else. I definitely appreciate it. Until next time, y'all, this your boy Food Junkie, and I will talk to you crazy kids later. Peace.